Now I know there's a long way to go, but I think this could be the best golf club for mid to high handicap golfers of 2021. And it's not exactly what you might think, or maybe it is. Let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here guys. First things first, you might wonder why I've got a PING HYBRID 7-iron in my hand when the thumbnail of the video, the title of the video and the introduction of the video featured this. That's because this is Ping's brand new G425 HYBRID and it's a 7 hybrid. It's 34 degrees of loft, which is the same as, it's the same. And I honestly think it is an absolute genius idea for mid to high handicap golfers. So today we're going to test the Ping Blueprint 7-iron against potentially the most forgiving 34 degree lofted club I've ever seen. And it actually looks really good as well, which helps. So generally when I'm talking mid to high handicap golf clubs, I always think about one person. I always think about my dad because my dad is a mid-handicap to high-handicap now golfer. He loves playing golf. He plays almost every day, or he did before 2020 went and wrecked absolutely everything. But I'm sure he'll be playing every day again soon, so don't worry. And it always makes me think, what's going to make golf easier for him? What's going to make golf more enjoyable for him? And it certainly wouldn't be a Ping Blueprint iron. That was terrible. So my normal 7-iron goes generally around 165 to 170 depending how I strike it. I've just hit 2 there at 161. I didn't hit them great. They weren't terrible by any stretch, but these are almost the least forgiving clubs I've ever seen. So it's quite a good comparison really. I mean, don't get me wrong, feel-wise, they're pretty much as good as anything when you get them out the middle. It's the fact that the middle's just so small. It's like somewhere around there, I think. And it does kind of get me wondering, should more people use these high lofted hybrids? Would it make more people better golfers? Would it make more people enjoy it more? See, that's as good as I've got. That is such a wonderful golf shot, 164 yards. So I pretty much know my limit with this. But what about this? How can I hit this 7 hybrid? Can I hit it a long way? Will it be consistent? Will it have a consistent ball flight? Will it have a consistent dispersion, a better dispersion? What will it spin like? So it is a little bit longer than the Ping Blueprint 7-iron, as you can see, in shaft length, albeit by a couple of inches. So that should give us a couple of miles an hour more club head speed, which should result in more ball speed, which should result in more distance. And together with the hybrid head, if you want to see a full review on the new Ping hybrids, that's coming very, very soon with, I mean, with not a 34 degree lofted one. I thought I might review like a 4 hybrid or something for the actual review. But looking down at it, it's so prominent. There's loads of loft there. I've not hit that very well at all. And it's already straighter, it's already higher, and it's 169 yards. Now, just because this is a hybrid doesn't mean I'm expecting to hit it 200, 210, 220, 230. I'm sure if I strike some and really de-loft it, that's when I might start to squeeze more yardage out of it. That's where if your delivery patterns aren't too consistent, you might struggle hitting a consistent distance with this. But then it's going to be much better than this. Oof. So you might think that this is nothing new, but in the last run of G410 hybrids, Ping went up to a 6-iron hybrid. This is brand new for Ping this year, going into the 7 hybrid, and I had to get my hands on one just for this test pretty much. That is not a good swing at all. What was that? Maybe I should put it in the bag. One thing that puts me off a little bit is the amount of loft on this head. Almost, I mean, it looks a little bit ridiculous for a wood, for a hybrid. I do, however, love these 3 dots as opposed to the turbulators. I think that's a fantastic change. Better. Interestingly, it's not going miles. It's not going 200 yards as I said. I was hoping it would go a bit further than this. Maybe we need to up the game a little. And I'm thinking if I put those swings on the blueprint, it wouldn't be very good. It wouldn't be very good at all. Right. Better. That's the first one I've really struck. I actually approached that more like a fairway wood than an iron, and you'll see that it's gone a lot further. So there's a lesson for us, don't hit it like a 7-iron. The overriding factor for me here is to get the handle forward, try and hit down on it like I would an iron. That doesn't seem to be working. Whereas if I sneak the ball forward in the stance a little bit and try and sweep it, you generally get better results. That was way out the bottom of the head, and it's a pretty good result. Guys, get in the comments below, could you see yourself using a PING G425 7 hybrid, or would you rather stick to the trusty old bladed 7-iron? I know there's a lot in between these clubs, but it just felt like the right thing to do. And I'm quite enjoying hitting this as well. It actually feels like a nice club. It reminds me almost of the 1-length hybrid from Cobra. Interesting. I don't think it's for me. I'm going to put that out there now. I should probably say as well for people, if you are thinking that this is almost like a high handicapper's golf club and that's it, it is fully spec'd with Ping's Alta 70 gram stiff shaft, which is just fantastic really. You also get the adjustment option, so you can move it up or down in loft. So if you want to take it to like 36 degrees of loft or 35.5, you have the option to do that. Imagine that. Nice, that's the best one so far. And the best one so far still isn't going a million miles. It's still 173 yards. It's still within the realms of where I would be hitting a 7-iron, and it's spinning at 7,500 with a high trajectory. So you're going to get that nice soft landing onto hopefully the green. I mean, they all land the same on water or in sand generally. Right, so we've hit 7 shots. We're going to hit 3 more. Then we're going to hit a bunch with the blueprint because I've kind of been neglecting that a little bit. And we're going to see the differences in good and bad shots. Oh, that felt wonderful. It felt wonderful. It's still spinning at 7,000. It's not gone too far. The one thing I don't want this to do is go 210 randomly once. Because then, I nearly fell over then. Because then, although that's impressive, it's pointless. And it's not doing that. So high. That height's gone off the screen. I mean, if you are looking for an easy to launch iron for a certain distance, I wouldn't even have this in the bag as a 7-iron. I'd almost be thinking I'm going to put it in the bag for maybe if there's a couple of par 3s on your course that you always struggle with. You always struggle with that distance, or even par 4s where you always struggle with the second shot. Give it a go. Give it a go. Right, that's impressive. That's 10 shots with the 34 degree lofted 7 hybrid. Let's hit a couple of shots with the Ping blueprint. I'm not going to bore you too much with those. We'll include the terrible ones because it's a laugh for all of us. Then we're going to discuss the differences. Right, straight away looking down at this, it feels, I mean, I'm a golf pro, it shouldn't feel too uncomfortable, but it's not a club I'd be comfortable in gaming all the time. I mean, unless you swing like that, that's the best swing I've put on a club all year. Can we just compare to that? Like, wow. Just swing like that all the time. See, but then you miss it slightly. The spin stayed the same. We've dropped off 7 yards. I said I wasn't going to bore you, but... Right, last one. And a wonderful shot to finish on. Oh, yes please. So actually I've quite enjoyed both of those clubs, albeit in different areas, different facets of strike field performance. Performance is the big one. Performance is why you've all tuned in, and performance is probably why you've all stayed till now. The 34 degree lofted Ping G425 7 hybrid. How does it perform? Let's take a look. I tried to do like the no look thing. It didn't work, as you can see, but... So we'll start with the blueprint 7-iron. To be fair, for 10 shots, you know, there's probably 7 decent ones in there that's going to be there or thereabouts on the green. 2 bits of a pull, and I tried to play a bit of a fade there, and yeah, it wasn't... The strike was good, but it wasn't... yeah, you can see. What about the hybrid? Straight away, you can see the difference in height, the difference in peak height, the difference in trajectory. More shots left. I think that's down to looking down at the loft, it looking a bit weird. It looks like it's got offset. I don't think it has really got offset. It's just a lot of loft on there, so if I shut that face down even a little bit, it's very easy to kind of pull it a little bit and very easy to hit a couple left, albeit only one real bad shot. I mean, it's not terrible, is it? We're never going to hit 10 shots on a piece of string. So it's gone higher. I think dispersion-wise, very close, isn't it? Neither of them are really, really good, but then neither of them are really bad. I'm going to let you guys decide that. Let me know which one you think's better. Now, numbers for all 10 shots. This is the 7 iron: 161, 161, 164, 167, 161, 160, 168, 156, 171, 179. So quite consistent, albeit not amazing. Bit of variation in there. It leads us to an average of 164, which is pretty much where I would want a 7 iron to be. Average spin 6.5. I am a low spin player. I think that's pretty decent realistically, especially for the blueprint. What about the hybrid? So straight away we started hot, 169, miss hit 154, 162, 175, 173. See more 170s in there definitely, and the bad ones probably weren't as bad as well. 168 total, so a little bit more. Obviously remember the shaft length is longer. What's it spinning at? Actually spinning higher at 7197. So for a 7 iron replacement, which is what PING call this, it's actually performed really well. We've still got the spin numbers, we've still got the height, we've got everything you would want, and albeit maybe a little bit more forgiveness. Now this obviously isn't aimed at me, although I'm not the best ball striker in the world, I'm certainly not kind of who this club is aimed at. So guys, if you do see these, if you do think maybe it can help your game, go and have a go with it, go and see what it feels like, go and test them for numbers and miss hits and all the rest. I'm really looking forward to letting my dad have a go at this, because I think it's sort of something he might use often. Like he'll punt it down there, 130, maybe 140 at a push, even onto a fairway, then hit it again, then he might chip with it, and then he might as well put with it and just do a one club challenge. But I know he's going to enjoy something like that. Not with a stiff shaft, but I'll source him a regular shaft from somewhere. Guys, get in the comments below, let me know what you think. Is this the saviour for a lot of mid to high handicap golfers in 2021? There might be some high lofted woods coming as well, which will be interesting. Apart from that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you do enjoy these videos and you enjoy just YouTube content as a whole and you're not too interested in golf, make sure you check out the new channel as well, which is linked here. That's me, Laura and the dog just kind of talking absolute nonsense. If you are enjoying that, which a lot of people are, thank you very much. And apart from that, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.